my name's Nick Ross. I'm a designer based in Stockholm in Sweden. I'm originally from Scotland, and Scotland as a country is kind of, our cultural identity is kind of based from fiction in a way. The first known texts about the country where they mention names and places are Roman texts. So I kind of created this series of objects where they were referencing the kind of traditional, or rather the ancient people of the country at that time, but then mixing it with kind of Roman aesthetics as well to kind of make this new kind of in-between culture. And I felt like sandstone had to be a big part in that project because it's a material that's kind of everywhere in the country. And then also the fact that the only things that we have left of that culture from the time are these like standing stones that have these very kind of abstract kind of pictograms almost carved into them. I always had a kind of not a suspicious, but a kind of a distance to the word craft and what kind of objects and projects fell under that category and what fell under like design category. So I think with a project like this, it's interesting to see the kind of different ways that is approached. I think in general I've been more interested in using what would be maybe like a craft workshop, but making them produce it in a slightly more industrialized way, but still having that little hint of the craft there. Because I think there's so much value in the kind of very basic things that they do, even just like the way they cut and the way they finish, rather than the really kind of intricate side of things. So I kind of have to teach myself how to kind of almost communicate with them in a way. I mean, the original idea was to base everything on cylinders because I thought it was going to be more industrially produced in a way, or have that mentality. But now when I see the way that they can carve these kind of organic shapes, the new work is slightly becoming more like organic and like flowing kind of lines. And so that's the next step, I think. So I'm already working on a collection with them.